All right, today I'm gonna do a Kanye West type beat, and I'm gonna do the whole process from scratch, start to finish. I'm gonna show you guys like how I find a sample. I'm gonna find the sample, and then I'm gonna flip it and just show you guys everything on how I do that. Okay, yeah. So I already have one picked out, but I'm gonna show you exactly how I did this. Just literally went Kanye West type samples. All right, now just drag and drop. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna find the tempo of the sample, figure out its BPM. So I'm like part listening to it and also just part like doing it like visually. Like, I mean, that looks like pretty close. And I can see it's gonna loop up like close to perfect. And then Ableton has a really good like warp feature. So I can just like make the tiny little adjustment that no one can even hear. And that's like pretty much perfect. I always try to do like as few cuts as possible too, and like as much like I used to like chop every little section, like try to get it perfect, but that's just a waste of time. And it sounds cool when it's like a little like not perfect, because like when humans don't play like music perfectly. That's pretty solid. And okay, so it's at 137. So and then one way I find figure out what tempo it should be at, I just take it. I know I want to pitch it up like 2 or 3. I wish I could do more, but it'd be too fast. I mean, I could because you can warp it in Ableton like that, but yeah. So putting it up 3 puts at 162. I could go 170 and put it up 4. I think that's probably have the coolest sound. So then I know it's gonna sound pretty good. So next I'm going to use a software called Melodyne, and I'm just going to figure out, like, this will literally tell me like how the song is made up. Sometimes if I'm like making like original samples and loops too, I'll use this to get like inspirational chords. Like I'll probably honestly do that with this one later. But so like that's the bass line right there. I mean, it's just clear as day. Like that's literally how easy it is, and that's like the exact baseline. Also, I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably chop it up as well, like put it in like a sampler and then replay it in some sort of way. But right now, I'll just keep it simple, I think. Maybe I'll keep it simple and then chop up a verse or something. We'll see. Alright, so now I got that fill, and I took like part of the fill from from one loop and then part from another loop, just because I knew that I liked that ending on that one. Now let's do some like simple drums. So yeah, you want to make the sample and the music quiet relative to the drums. And then I feel that like at the end of like either an 8-bar section or a 4-bar section, like keep the drum simple. Like otherwise, like artists don't want to get on them because it's just too much. It's too busy, and then just leave room for them. But like you can get a little creative at the end of like a section like that. You just do something like that. And that's another thing. If you like change the volume of different like drums, especially like when it like for like any sort of like kind of boom bap stuff, where like it goes like boom boom, like the one before, if you like make it quieter, like gives it like a, I don't know, just it gives it more like a human feel, I guess. I like doing all these open hats. Like I have 3 different ones here, which might be a little bit much, but I feel like it gives it a good bounce. Also, a lot of times I'll like change the screen view to make sure that I'm using my ears and I'm not like doing it all with my eyes. And now, so since on this one, like the open hats are so busy, you definitely just want to go like straight, like just like straight like 2-step hats. I feel like this bass line's cool, but it also, I don't know, I feel like part of like flipping a sample is like you want to make it sound like it's in whatever era, like it current, like the bass line's cool, but it already has like a bass line. I feel like something that like makes it like unique would be putting like an 808 on that music. And then for my 808s, I do this a lot of the time to give it more of a bounce and make sure that you only put it to like one voice, so that it cuts like the 808 cuts the next 808 off. Otherwise, they'll start sounding like muddy. But alright, I feel like this spot right here would be like a good spot to get like a little crazy as far as drums. And then do the 808 pattern along with like, and this is where you can get like a little creative, like on these little sections. The chimes on this one is just going to fit perfectly. You know, I actually might take that bass out and do a synth bass instead. Make it sound more modern. There's no way that's a real comment. I think this is gonna sound cool. So I'm trying to keep up the momentum here. So what I'm gonna do here is keep the hats going, open hats too. Oh. We'll see. Also, I like this bass line, but it doesn't have enough sub in it. So I'm gonna do this. Honestly, let me know in the comments too. I think this makes it sound better, but let me know if like the sub bass actually makes it sound better or if it's like too much. It's gonna be super subtle anyways. But I feel like that bass just doesn't have enough low end. With it. Without. I think it needs it. It doesn't need a lot of it, but so, and then with everything. Alright, honestly now we can literally just, I'll take that fill again from the beginning. And I'm gonna like just pretty much everything cuts out but the fill, and then I'll go right back into it. I'll even see what, I might even take the bass out. Let's see. And then yeah, right back into it. And so now I'm gonna add transition effects to make these transitions work better. Also, I'm using the Dilly kit, which is just pretty much my favorite sounds. Probably gonna drop that at some point, but I need to figure out a cool way to drop it. Like, maybe I'll just give it like, do something on Instagram where everyone who reposts it gets it for free or something. And that's pretty much the whole beat. Now I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Like, there's not much more that needs to be done. So yeah, that's not entirely done, but it's like 80, 90% done. Like, if I was uploading this, I'd probably go and do some more things, but now I'm just gonna put a soft clipper on the master. So it's not perfectly where I'd like, but it's close. And honestly, a vocal would go right there, so it might be like perfect for a rapper. I could probably upload this and it'd do well, but I've already used this sample before. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to hear the full one or not. Like if I should just upload it to my regular channel as well. I might.